Hannah Wing alongside Josh Smith, continuing the conversation. Josh, you were drafted in 2019 in the second round by the New York Yankees. What is a moment that you'll always remember about draft night?
Oh my gosh, that was probably the most. I don't really get stressed too much, but that was the most stressful night of my life.
Really?
Because I remember I thought I was gonna go a little bit higher, and then so like the first day's coming to an end or whatever, it's like pick after pick. I see all these guys going in front. I'm like, golly, when's my name gonna get called? And so Nick Swisher came on TV and the Yankees are selecting, and I actually found out on the TV. So like I didn't get a call before.
Really?
And so I did. I saw it on the TV, and my whole family, some of my friends were there. And so, yeah, I just remember kind of a sigh of relief, just kind of being let out. But that was a very stressful but fun night.
It's a fun correlation of how you played for the Yankees, essentially, of college baseball, and then got drafted by the Yankees. And then fast forward to July of 2021, you found out you were being traded from the Yankees organization to the Texas Rangers in the Joey Gallo trade. I believe your wife, Claire, also saw it and found out on social media, and you were playing a game.
Yeah.
And so she ran down to the stadium, obviously was vlogging everything. But what was your initial reaction finding out that you were getting traded to Texas?
Yeah, I think when I got drafted by the Yankees, I kind of always knew in the back of my head, like if you play well enough, there's a good chance you're going to get traded. So it didn't really shock me, but the way it happened definitely kind of shocked me, just like middle of the game, didn't really think about it. One of my buddies comes in, he's like, hey dude, like you just got traded. And I was like just whatever, dude. Like couldn't really believe it. And then I look up in the stands and Claire wasn't even at the game. And then I look up and she was there. She wasn't supposed to go to the game. She was there. She had found out on Twitter or something like that. My dad texted her. And so I look up and she's like, and I'm like, yes, like you got traded, whatever. And then, so that's kind of just all I remember of it.
So when you initially got the trade and found out you were coming to the Rangers organization, what was your reaction about potentially being in the shoes you're in now one day?
It's fun. I mean, I was pretty excited, to be honest, just because with all due respect to the Yankees, it's like, it's really hard to get up to the big leagues with them. And so for me, it just kind of felt like it was going to speed the process up a little bit. And then in hindsight, looking, I was like, man, I could play shortstop or second base. And then we go out and get Seager and Semien. I'm like, all right, whatever, play alongside these guys, which is awesome. But I just remember, I'll never forget the day that I found out they were traded. I was like, I'm going to play some outfield probably.
What were your first impressions of the Rangers organization kind of making that transition?
No, it was it was awesome. Just feel like this isn't a knock on the Yankees, but just when I first got here, the Rangers kind of always had like a more of a, I guess like a family feel to it. Just like, and the Yankees again did a great job, but I don't know, something about here just felt like everybody was super close, very upfront with you, straight up. Yeah, I don't know. They've treated me well since I've been here.
So that year you were in High A and finished the season in Double A. From a developmental standpoint, what did the Rangers really do to help elevate your game for the next level?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that year, some of the minor league guys, minor league staff helped me out a lot because that was the first time. So I got traded. I actually struggled when I got traded too for a little bit. In my eyes, didn't play the way I wanted to, but they rode with me. Some of the minor league hitting guys, Cody Atkinson, all those guys, helped me out more than they probably even think they did. But yeah, just some of those guys made it easy on me, I guess, in the transition because you are a little bit uncomfortable with the new team at first.
In 2022, you started in AAA and then eventually got your call-up on May 30th, 2022. What do you remember about the whirlwind of getting the call-up and also coming to Arlington for your first game?
I remember, so I wasn't playing that in AAA the way, like I thought I was playing terrible, honestly. And so like wasn't really thinking about getting called up. I had like 2 good games in a row and I think somebody got hurt and I got called up and I was like, this is great, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't feel like I'm a good baseball player right now. And so I got up there and just kind of remember like just the way it happened. I was in Albuquerque. I mean, it's a dream come true. And then you get up here, first at bat, facing the guy that I faced in college actually before. And so that was pretty fun. My whole family was there, some high school coaches, and yeah, it was a dream come true.
Who was the very first person you called and told?
It was definitely Claire for sure, and then my family, my mom and dad. But yeah, definitely Claire was number one.
What do you remember about the very first MLB game you played in?
I remember being so unbelievably unnervous, which was weird. Like I get more nervous today for games. I think because it was just like a gratefulness or something. I don't know. Like I was not nervous at all. Which today you ask me about, I get super nervous before games, and so I don't know. I just remember being really relaxed, like just really enjoying myself. Which maybe I need to play like that more.
That's really interesting. So when you walked in the Rangers clubhouse for the first time after getting that call, who were the guys that really kind of welcomed you and took you under their wing?
It's really weird, I will say, when you first get called up, because you're taking someone else's job, right? Which in the case, I wasn't taking his job, but Brad Miller was hurt. And so it's a little bit weird. You could have guys who kind of have some like animosity towards you, but Brad was always really good to me. So I would say definitely Brad Miller. He was awesome. I still talk to him to this day. He's just been such a big figure in my life for this game. At the time, Seager didn't really talk at all, so he was quiet. Simeon was good. Trying to think of some other guys, but yeah, I would definitely say Brad Miller played a huge part for me.
It was a really eventful 3 seasons for you, Josh. In 2022, making your debut, winning the World Series in 2023, and winning a Silver Slugger in 2024. Out of those 3 seasons, which one was your favorite?
I mean, 23 for sure. People might think I'm lying. Obviously, a little bit more personal success 2024, but I mean, you play this game to win World Series, and so that year, just even in the clubhouse, even though I wasn't playing very well, it was just so fun. Like everybody's playing with each other, playing for each other, and winning just cures everything. And so 2024, I guess I have a little bit more success, but we aren't playing very well, and so it's just losing isn't fun. And so just the clubhouse wasn't as fun. But yeah, I would say 2023 was time of my life. Awesome.
We talked a little bit earlier in the first session of this about playing in the state championship, the College World Series. How did those 2 big games and moments prepare you to play in the actual World Series and get in that mindset?
Yeah, so I was in a little bit different role, right? Like I didn't play a ton in the World Series, but you still do have to prepare like you're gonna play. And so I just remember just kind of just going through everything, just not being. Actually, I take that back. I went in for like 1 inning. I was so nervous.
Like the nerves are back.
Seager asked me, he's like, "You nervous if you got a gun?" I was like, "Absolutely. I haven't played in 3 months." So yeah, I was definitely nervous. But yeah, I mean, just being a kid, just kind of taking in all the lights. Like I guess the situation is bigger than a normal game. I don't care what anybody says, but just kind of enjoying it and just cherishing all those moments.
What was the biggest way that being a World Series champion changed your life?
Ooh, let me think about that. Definitely my wife probably getting more attention than me. I feel like she's known as like like I always say, I'm Claire's husband, and I guess when we won, she kind of got a little bit more attention. So
a lot more attention, I would say.
It was good for her. So I'll say making her a little bit more known.
You obviously had a lot of success last season in 2024. You had career highs in all 4 slash categories: hits, runs, homers. The list goes on. What was your biggest point of emphasis last season that gave you that success?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just getting the opportunity to play a little bit more. Anytime someone asks me about this, I always say you don't ever want to see someone go down, but that is what you have to be prepared for. And so just having that opportunity, I think definitely having a little bit of early success in the year last year kind of gives you some confidence going out throughout the rest of the season, and really just having some of that success, but showing yourself that you belong and you can do it. And so I think that helped a lot.
What did all of that success do for your confidence last season that will obviously bleed into 2025 and beyond?
I'm hoping it'll translate, but I mean, it's always a different year, you know. You're always going to deal with different battles, different swing changes, adjustments, but I do think just having some of that experience last year, the ups and the downs that you do experience, kind of helps you weather the storm here a little bit. So.
You also won a Silver Slugger. Congratulations on that. You were also the first Texas Ranger to win the award at the utility position. What was your initial reaction finding out that you had won a Silver Slugger?
I always have believed in myself as a good hitter, but obviously the results beforehand, nobody would have thought that. And so I never lost faith in myself. I always believed in myself. So it was I'm not gonna say I wasn't shocked because I have expected that from myself. I don't mean that in a cocky way. It's just I always have believed in myself, and so I thought it was great. But I definitely would have said I would have won a Gold Glove before a Silver Slugger. So that was pretty unique, pretty cool experience, and so I'm grateful for that.
Where were you when you found out that you won a Silver Slugger?
I was in Cabo.
Good place to
So
be.
it was, we celebrated accordingly.
As you should have. Josh, how many times as a kid did you ever imagine winning a World Series and a Silver Slugger?
Oh my, probably every day really. I wouldn't say so much the Silver Slugger, but just winning a World Series. I'm literally not exaggerating. Every day. I mean, you're a kid playing baseball in the backyard, acting like it's Game 7 of the World Series. So just to get to do that and experience it with some of my buddies here was really special.
Now that you have the physical award, which you received in January, what did you do with your Silver Slugger trophy?
So actually, I don't have it yet.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, that's misleading.
Yeah, so they don't. They gave it to me for a picture, and then they take it back from me, which is good because it's really big, and we don't really have a ton of space in our house for it. So,
Well, where do you think you will put it whenever you get the physical copy of it?
I mean, it'll be somewhere behind all Claire's artwork or something like that. We won't showcase it, but I don't know. We'll just have it somewhere where we can see it and not. We don't want to put it to where other people.
You'll have to get some new wallpaper to make sure that it all matches.
Yeah, I know.
I love that. Well, Josh, once again, congratulations on all of your successes in 2024. And to those of you watching, make sure you stick around for part 3 to talk about the upcoming 2025 season and Josh's life off the field.